So do you also use IndiaMART to get more leads for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for housewares and supplies business. So I'm running a business related to housewares and we use IndiaMART to get more leads for our business. So now what I want is that as soon as a new lead or a new inquiry is received from my IndiaMART account, I want to add that same lead details into my Salesforce account too, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Salesforce. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen, everyone. So as you know that you are here to learn about how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for housewares and supplies business. So as you know that IndiaMART is a popular B2B platform and the leads generated from IndiaMART are really valuable. So what I want is I want to add the same lead details into my Salesforce account too, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. But as you know that IndiaMART and Salesforce doesn't have any native connection in order to add the leads. But in order to create a connection between both of these applications, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. And in order to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of stars free every month. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And as soon as I'm going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is IndiaMART and Salesforce, right? So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and as soon as I'm going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which is create workflow, and now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created in order to save my workflows in. And if you wish to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink even right over here which says learn more, and now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the workflow name to be how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for houseware and supplies businesses. And then we're going to click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander per multiple followers. So here we can have only a single trigger with multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So now for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as IndiaMART because I want that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, I want to add that lead into my Salesforce, right? So I'm going to search for IndiaMART and then we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as the new lead is received, my workflow should be triggered or started. And after selecting the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So in order to create a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly's workflow, what we have to do is first we're going to copy this webhook URL and then we're going to follow these steps. And it is saying log into your IndiaMART account and navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab. Go to import export lead and then 3 dots and then I am leads push API. So as we're going to follow the same, I'm going to open my IndiaMART account right from here, and after opening this account from the left side of the bar you can see lead manager. So you have to go on this lead manager right from here, and after coming on here we have to go on this 3 dots which says menu, and after coming on here it is saying import export leads and then push API. So yes, we have to follow the same, and now it is asking me to select the source. So here you can see that in the help text it is saying choose other in the select source option. So yes, we're going to follow the same. For the source I'm going to select it as other, and as soon as I'm going to select the source, it is asking me for the CRM platform platform name and the webhook listener URL. So here again in the help text it is saying enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. So we're going to follow the same. I'm going to enter Pabbly Connect right over here in the CRM platform name. And now for the webhook listener URL, we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And after doing this, we're going to click on save details. And as soon as I'm going to click on save details, it is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to send my IndiaMART leads to any other application? So over here, the reason for me is I can easily assign leads to my sales team and manage their performance. You can select any another right from here, but I'm going to select this, and then we are going to click on this button which says click to generate OTP. And as soon as I'm going to click on this button, it is saying that it has sent me an OTP successfully. Okay, so I'm going to enter the OTP right over here, and after entering the OTP, we're going to click on submit. And as soon as I'm going to click on submit, yes, you can see integration live. So yes, with this we have successfully connected our IndiaMART account with our Pabbly's workflow. But you can notice that now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and it notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So what we have to do is that in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And in order to do this test submission, I'm going to open a new tab and generate a test lead or submit a dummy inquiry for the same service or the product which we connected right now with our IndiaMART account. So I'm going to open my test account right from here, and as you can see that this is the same, and over here we are going to shop for the same service which is Magnet Brain Software Technology Private Limited. So this is the same which I connected right now with my workflow. You have to select your own. So as you can see the same, so I'm going to select it, and as you can see Pabbly Connect. So we are going to go on this and then click on this button which says contact supplier, and now it is asking me for the requirement details. So basically it is asking me for the inquiry, right? So I'm going to enter it right over here, this which says hello, I'm interested in purchasing high quality houseware products for my retail store. Could you please provide me the details on stainless steel cookware sets and dinnerware sets and storage containers in the various sizes. Additionally, I would like to know about your bulk order discount, delivery options and estimated delivery time to my location. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. And after entering this, we are going to click on next, and now it is asking me for the GST number. So if you wish, you can definitely enter the GST number right over here, but this is not the required field. So I'm directly going to click on submit, and as soon as we're going to click on submit, it is saying thank you for posting your requirement. So yes, with this we have successfully submitted our requirement, or we can see our inquiry, and with this we have successfully did the test submission. And now what has happened is that IndiaMART has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to open my workflow right from here, and we're going to wait for a few seconds. So yes, you can see that we have successfully received the response. You can see the sender's state, you can see the sender's name. We're going to move on forward. Oh hey, you can see the sender's email, you can see the country, you can see the sender's company, the city, address. We're going to move on forward. You can see the product name, and over here you can see the query message which we entered. So you must notice that this is the same message which we entered, right? So yes, now upon receiving all of these details and the same message which we entered, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response and trigger this workflow. So yes, with this we are going to move into its action step. So further what I want is I want to add my IndiaMART lead details into my Salesforce, right? So for my action application, I'm going to select it as Salesforce only. So I'm going to search for Salesforce right over here, and as you can see Salesforce, so we're going to select it. And as I was going to select the action application, it is asking me for the action event. So over here I want the action event to be create lead. Okay, so I'm going to look for it, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it, and then we're going to click on connect. And as I was going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Salesforce account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this button which says connect with Salesforce. So I have to click on this button right over here, and as I was going to click on this button, as you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe, and as I'm going to click on this allow button, yes, you can see authorization successful. We have successfully connected our Salesforce account with our Pabbly's workflow, and now it is asking for the details like last name, first name, company, phone, and many other details. So we're going to enter the lead details right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So I'm going to let you know about mapping with a really simple example. So over here it is asking me for the last name, right? So let's suppose that we're going to enter the last name right over here by typing in assigned manually like this, then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But we are going to map this from the previous response. Suppose I'm going to look for last name in my previous response, and as you can see, name, sender's name right over here. So let's suppose that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. But you must notice that it is asking me for the last name only, but over here it is giving me the full name. So in order to convert this full name into first name and last name, what we are going to do is we are going to add another action step between our IndiaMART and Salesforce in order to split this full name into first name and last name. So for the action application, we are going to select it as text formatter by Pabbly. So it is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to format the text. And now for the action event, we're going to select it as split text, and then we're going to click on connect. And now it is asking me for the text to split. So now over here, we're going to map the name of our lead. As you can see, test user. So we're going to map it. Okay. And now it is asking me for the separator. So it's asking me enter the special characters or word separators to split the text. For space as separator, use space. So yes, over here you can see that I want space as my separator. So I'm going to copy this space right from here and then paste it right over here. And after pasting this, it is asking me for the segment index. So over here I'm going to select it as all, and then we're going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as going to click on save and send test request, you can see the full name has been splitted into first name and last name so that we can map it further. So now after receiving this result, we are going to open our Salesforce. Again, we are going to erase this right from here, and now we're going to map this last name from the response of our text formatter by Pabbly result. You can see users, we are going to map it. We're going to do same for the first name too. Right from here, we are going to map test. Okay, so now after doing this, we're going to move on forward. It is saying title. So right now we wish to add the title, and also this is not the required field. So directly we're going to move on towards the company. So as we're going to map the company name right over here, and as you can see, test companies, we're going to map it. We're going to move on forward. It is asking for the phone, email. So as I'm going to enter the email right over here, I'm going to look for email in the previous response, and as you can see the same, so we're going to map it. We're going to move on forward. You can see that it is asking me for many details, so I'm only going to fill in the details which are required or I wish to. So it is asking me for the lead source. I'm going to keep it as other right over here. For the status, I'm going to select it as open, not contacted. For the rating, I'm going to keep it as warm. We're going to move on forward. It is asking me for many another details, so no, I don't wish to add all of these. So directly I'm going to click on this button which says save and send test request, and as I was going to click on this button, yes, you can see ID this success. So yes, this is a positive response that we have successfully added the same lead details received from my IndiaMART account to our Salesforce account. So in order to check this, I'm going to open my Salesforce and check that if a new lead has been added there or not with the same lead details. Okay, so I'm going to open my Salesforce account right from here, and we have to go on leads. As you can see leads, so yes, we're going to go on this, and in the recent items you can see test user. So I'm going to open this right from here, and as I was going to open this, yes, you can see over here is the lead name. You can see the company which we entered, the status, the lead source. Over here you can see the rating and the email which we entered. So yes, now with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically the same lead details would be added to my Salesforce account too without any manual efforts. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected IndiaMART. For the trigger event, we selected new leads. For the action applications, we selected text formatter by Pabbly and Salesforce because I wanted that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMART account, automatically with the help of the same lead details, a new lead should be created in my Salesforce too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here you can see the lead details added in our Salesforce account with the same lead details received from our IndiaMART account. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.